Next question. Question 5. Two ball bearings have volumes 1.6 centimeter cube and 5.4 centimeter cube. Find the ratio of their surface area. So one thing we need to look at here is that number one, we are dealing with a sphere, and the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. We are asked to find the surface area. Okay, so volumes have to do with cube, area has to do with square. So the volume is proportional to the cube of the radius, and the surface area is proportional to the square of the radius. So let's find the ratio of the volume. Okay, so we have V1 over V2 equals 1.6 centimeter cube over 5.4 centimeter cube. Let's remove the decimal to make our work easier. We have 1.6. When we remove the decimal times 10, it will be 16. 5.4 times 10 will give you what? 54. Let's reduce to its lowest term. Okay, so we have, if we divide this by 2, we have 8, and if we divide this by 2, we have 27. So we have the ratio V1 to V2 is 8/27. Okay, so we want to change this to be, instead of it to be V1 over V2, we want the ratio to be R1 over R2. How do we do that? We convert this to cubes. Okay, so we have, that will be, okay, so V1 over V2, we want to convert to R1 over R2. V1 over V2 is equal to 2 raised to power 3 over 3 raised to power 3. Okay, 2 raised to power 3, that's 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Alright, so the next thing is, so if the volume is 2 raised to power 3, then R1 over R2 will be equal to 2/3. Find the ratio of their surface area. So we have found the ratio of the radii. We want to find the ratio of the surface area, and we know that the radius will be what? Square. So that will give us surface area, area 1 over area 2 will be what? R1 squared over R2 squared. That will be equal to 2 squared over 3 squared, which is equal to 4/9. So the ratio of the surface areas will give you 4/9. So that will be 4/9. Next question. Given that 21 to base 5 is equal to 14 to base x, find the value of x. Okay, given that 21 to base 5 is equal to 14 to base x, find the value of x. Okay, we don't know the base of this 14. What do we do? Okay, what we'll do in this case is to try to convert both of them to the same base, and of course base 10. Okay, so we have 21 to base 5. We want to convert 21 to base 5 to base 10. You put the powers 0, 1, then we start. 2 times 5 raised to power 1 plus 1 times 5 raised to power 0. 2 times 5 raised to power 1 plus 1 times 5 raised to power 0. So this will give you 2 times 5 plus 1 times, what is 5 raised to power 0? In indices, there's a law of indices that says anything raised to power 0 is what? 1. So 5 raised to power 0 is 1. Let's simplify for that. 2 times 5 is what? 10. Plus 1 times 1 is 1. Our final answer is 11. That is to base 10. Okay, so if you don't write 10, everybody knows that it is 11 is to base 10. Then the next one says 14 to base x. So because we don't know what this base is, we'll just solve it anywhere we're supposed to put the base, you put the value x. So put the power 0 and 1. So we have 1 times x raised to power 1. We need to be careful here. We need to be careful here because of the unknown. 1 times x raised to power 1 plus 4 times x raised to power 0. Okay, that will give us 1 times x raised to power 1 is x. So x raised to power 1 is x. So x times 1 is x plus 4 times 1. Remember, this is 1. X raised to power, anything raised to power 0 is 1. So 4 times 1 is 4. So our answer is x plus 4. X plus 4 to base 10. So since both of them are now in base 10, and we're told in the question that they are equal, the question says these two are equal, so you will make them equal. That means they are both in base 10, and so you don't need to write the base anymore. That means 11 equals x plus 4. The question says find x. So you bring your unknown to the left hand side and take the known to the right hand side. To eliminate 4, you subtract 4 from both sides. You subtract 4 from both sides. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Then you have 11 minus 4. 11 minus 4 is what? 7. So our answer is 7. X equals 7. Next question. Question 7 says, given that x plus y equals 1 and x plus 3y equals 5, find the value of this expression, x squared plus 4xy plus 3y squared. Okay, so this is an expression that involves x and y. We need to find x and y to solve it. And we have two equations here. Okay, two simultaneous equations, given that this is equal to this and this is equal to this. So that's a simultaneous equation. We first of all solve the simultaneous equation to get our x and y. Then you substitute for x and y in the third expression. Okay, so we have x plus 1, x plus y equals 1, and x plus 3y equals 5. Take this as equation 1 and take this as equation 2. So let's solve that quickly. What method will be used? There are two methods to solve simultaneous equation. That you use elimination method or substitution method. But for this, I think elimination method will be faster because we can say x minus x will give us 0. So we can do equation, we can say equation 1 minus 2. Equation 1 minus 2. And we can also say equation 2 minus 1. So which one should we do? 1 minus 2 or 2 minus 1? Okay, I think 2 minus 1 is better because 2 minus 1 will help you not to have negative answers. Okay, you don't want to deal with negative answers. That will reduce your errors. So let's do 2 minus 1. X minus x is 0. So it goes out. This goes out. Then we have 3y minus y will be what? 2y. 5 minus 1 will give you what? 4. So y equals 2. That is dividing both sides by 2. We have y equals 2. How do we get x? We go back to any of the equations above. X plus 1 equals x plus y equals 1. Y is 2. So you substitute for y. So x will be equal to what? 1 minus 2, which is equal to minus 1. So x equals minus 1 and y equals 2. We've gotten our values for x and y. Then we substitute in this expression. Okay, so the expression is x squared plus 4xy plus 3y squared. What is the value of x? The value of x is negative. Negative 1 squared plus 4. You need to be very careful here because we have a negative number. Anytime you have a negative number, you should slow down when you are solving. X is negative 1, y is 2 plus 3, y is 2 squared. Okay, so we have negative 1 squared will give us 1. 4 times minus 1 will give us minus 4. So we will change this plus to minus. Then we have times 2. So that our expression will not be complicated. Just say 4 times 1 times 2. That will give us what? 8. So our answer is negative 8 plus 2 squared is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, so we have minus 1. 1 plus 2, that's 10. 1 plus 12 is 13 minus 8. That will give us what? 13 minus 8 will give us 5. So you can quickly cross-check your work. Negative 1, minus 1 squared will give you 1. 4 times 2, 8. The negative will make the answer minus 8 plus 4 times 3, 12. Okay, so this is minus 7. Minus 7 plus 12 is 5. So our answer here is 5. Next question. Question 8 says, consider the following statement. P, the first statement says the weather is warm. Q, the sun is shining. The weather is warm, the sun is shining. Which of the following correctly represents the statement the sun is shining if and only if the weather is warm? Okay, so if and only if, so these two statements are positive statements. There is no negative statement here, so we can easily say that the sun is shining, which is, the sun is shining is what? Q. If and only if the weather is warm. The sun is shining if and only if the weather is warm. So it means that Q, the sun is shining, implies what? That what? The weather is warm. Okay, can we take that again? The weather is warm, the sun is shining. Which of the following correctly represent the statement? The sun is shining if and only if the weather is warm. So Q implies that what? The sun is shining implies that the weather is warm. So Q implies P.